Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to be taking a look at another just completely bizarre operating system. The one that we're going to be taking a look at in today's video is called Hannah Montana Linux. Yeah, I don't really know why that this is a thing. I don't know who actually created this, but this is a thing apparently. I've actually gotten a couple of comments, not really recently, but a few months ago on some of my videos from some of you guys saying go ahead and actually, check this out in a video because it's just very, very bizarre. It kind of reminds me of that Batman v Superman Windows 7 edition that we took a look at. That was just another completely bizarre operating system that I still don't really know why it exists, but either way it does, and so does this one right here, and this is the website. I will have this linked down below if you guys want to go ahead and try this out for yourself. But what this is basically a distribution of Linux based off of Kubuntu that adds a Hannah Montana theme. So I guess somebody just really liked the show Hannah Montana and just decided to make a Linux distribution out of it. But yes, this just seems really bizarre to me, and we're gonna see how bizarre it is in today's video. This video is sponsored by PDF Element. Today they're promoting the Mac version of their software, which allows you to create and edit PDF documents easily and effectively. Check out the link in the video description for more information. So I'm going to have this website linked down below if you guys want to go ahead and actually check this out for yourself. But this is the website right here. It's a very basic website, to be honest, aside from this like toolbar, kind of like a taskbar theme going on down here. It kind of reminds me of something that you might see in Linux with some of these icons. And to actually download it, you have to hit this download button right here. And you have a couple of things you can actually download. You can get the ISO itself, you can get a logo for the back of your PC, which is just glorious. I mean, look at this beautiful logo right here. It's literally just the Hannah Montana logo with Linux in this big green, like neon green font. There you go. So I guess if you want to print this out and put it on the back of your PC to let everyone know that you use Hannah Montana Linux, there you go. They even have this design. I didn't even realize they had this. They have it designed for Hannah Montana Linux logo, Windows Vista incapable. So this is themed after like a, designed for Microsoft Windows logo. So you can get that. You can get a theme pack and the icons. Yeah, it's just super, super bizarre. And like I said, I guess it took a huge fan of this show to actually put their time and effort into creating this. If you go to the About page, I believe it's yeah, this last button right here, it just says in like a couple sentences what it is. Hannah Montana Linux is a free operating system based on Kubuntu with the Hannah Montana theme. It's fast, stable, and powerful. It includes a Hannah Montana themed boot screen, KDM, icon set, K-Splash, plasma, color scheme, and wallpapers. It is not vulnerable to Windows viruses. Yes, like every other Linux distro out there, it is not vulnerable to Windows viruses. So, good to know if you guys didn't know that. There you go. But that's the website, and that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and actually check this thing out and see what it's all about. Alright, so here we are in the virtual machine right here, and when we boot up, you can see that already right off the bat reminds me of like an earlier version of Ubuntu, which obviously Kubuntu is based off of the standard Ubuntu. So it just asks you to choose your language. We're going to go with English here. And so you can try it, or you can install it. So it has the live CD functionality, which is nice, definitely. So you can actually try this thing out and see if you like it before you install it. Still, it's got that this logo is so simple. And I don't understand why it's neon green either. We're going to go ahead and just press install here. I don't get the neon green. Like, I would think you would want to kind of like make it go with the logo, like make it kind of theme with something to do with the show. We also have this large blue box here with the progress bar like completely off-centered. Okay, so here we have a very purple and green installer theme here. So I guess that this screen here, to be honest, this doesn't look as bad as I kind of thought it was going to. So you can choose like your language once again over here, and this is basically just kind of a recreation, I believe, of your standard Ubuntu installation process. There's some release notes here when you click on it, and it literally just opens up ubuntu.com/get Ubuntu. So there you go. Oh, I just got rid of it. So yeah, they haven't actually changed this, so that leads me to believe that most of these things in here, at least like this text and everything, is probably going to be identical to a standard Ubuntu installation. But let's see if I'm wrong. We're going to go ahead and press forward here. We're going to choose our time zone. We're in the New York time zone. Go ahead and hit forward here. It's already figured out what our keyboard layout is. We'll go ahead and hit forward again. And it even says right here, like, it's not really trying to hide that it's based off of Kubuntu, because it says right there that the OS it's going to install on the hard drive is Kubuntu 9.04. So that actually gives us a good release timing, basically. This is based off of Ubuntu or Kubuntu 9.04. Which came out in 2009, so I assume that's when this was last updated. So it's definitely been a while. But the site is still online to this day, so there you go. We're going to go ahead and just use the entire disk. We'll go ahead and hit forward here. And we're going to put in our name. We'll just do Michael. We'll do that as the login name, and we're going to call this Hannah Montana Linux. It just sounds so weird typing it out. And I'm not going to put a password. Actually, I think we have to put a password. Let's do 1. There we go. It's probably going to yell at me for that. Yes, it's going to. Okay. Let's do LOL 00. LOL 00. Hit forward. Oh, less than 8. It has to be 8 characters. Oh, okay. Maybe it doesn't. Cool. Ready to install. This is we're just gonna, confirm. I mean, I've installed Ubuntu 9.04. I think I might have even done it on this channel before. I know I did. Oh, maybe it was 13.10. I think I did 13.10 or 13.04. Whatever version came out in 2013. I think it's been a while. But either way, this is, just going over everything. It's going to tell you what it's going to do, and it's going to tell us what partition it's going, or what partitions it's going to create. So we'll go ahead and just hit install here, and yeah. So far we can definitely see that. I mean, aside from the theme change, which is definitely a big thing, everything else is pretty standard. It's a pretty standard Ubuntu or Kubuntu installation so far. It's not like they've changed the layout of this. It's not like they've updated any graphics in here or changed any of the text blurbs. And like I literally showed you earlier, it literally says it's going to install Kubuntu on that previous page where it asks you what partitions that you want to create. So it looks like it's actually going to take less than a minute, so this is going pretty fast here. So yeah, one thing that I have to say is this theme is a very interesting design here. Just kind of the color scheme, first of all, how this section here, like the title bar, is actually much larger than the rest of the window. I mean, you guys can kind of see where the actual application name is much larger than the rest of the actual title bar here. I think that might be something that is native to Kubuntu. But it's just kind of an interesting choice. I've always liked KDE, to be honest. I've always been a fan of KDE. To me, it just looked, back when I first tried it out, which was, I think, Kubuntu 9.04, I believe, was the first version that I used that was based on KDE. And it just seemed very, futuristic to me, very Mac-like as well. That was one of the things that I also liked about it, because I didn't own a Mac at the time, and I wanted to get something that was really close to Mac OS, and I discovered Kubuntu, and I just really liked it. Alright, so the installation has finished up here. We're gonna go ahead and just press restart now. Oh my gosh, what the what the crap? Well, that was interesting. But it looks like it is rebooting now. I don't know what that was about. And starting up. So we should get the boot screen here, the wonderful boot screen with those neon green slapped over it, the Linux, Let's see if it does that here. Yep, there we go. So once again, we got the Hannah Montana logo with just a big neon green Linux. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what who on earth would actually use this. I assume you would have to be number one, a huge fan of the Hannah Montana show, and you would that's literally probably the only reason why you would use this. I assume this was made as kind of like a joke, or I mean, I don't think this was really meant to be taken seriously, so I'm not really gonna be all why on earth would somebody, spend their time doing this, because I assume that this was kind of just like a joke, somebody wanted just to do something in their free time, but it's just kind of interesting and a little bizarre nonetheless. So here we go on the official desktop here of Hannah Montana Linux, and you can see that we have a couple things. We've got an image of Hannah Montana herself over here. We have the Linux Tux mascot with the Hannah Montana logo in it. And we have our taskbar. We've got this desktop folder, which kind of reminds me like of Stardock Fences with the drive right here. And oh my gosh, this is super purple here. For some reason, the root folder is red. Don't know why that is, but I guess just to let you know that it's the root folder. But yeah, this is so. There's actually like every single icon in here appears to be changed. I guess like the default folder icon is a like purplish folder with the logo in it. Because literally every folder in here looks to be like that. So this is the Dolphin file browser, which is, KDE. Most of this stuff is just going to be from the K desktop environment, which is KDE. This is version 4.2.2, which is again not the latest, but it is in here. Aside from this logo up here, everything else here is pretty standard. So that's basically what this is somebody just basically put a theme over KDE, because that's essentially what we have here. So yes, this is the file browser. We have whatever this is up here, which we can zoom out. Oh, okay, well that's interesting. So you can literally zoom. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I just want to zoom in just to the standard desktop. So yeah, you can hit this to like zoom out. You can unlock widgets and go to appearance settings right from here. So it's called the Plasma Workspace. So we can choose like what desktop activity, what theme that you want. You can choose between either Oxygen or Hannah Montana. I was expecting Oxygen to kind of just change it back to like standard KDE, but it literally just changed the color scheme of the taskbar. So we'll go ahead and change it back to the purplish, pinkish Hannah Montana theme. You've got a couple of different images that you can use as your desktop background. You can choose the like the logo here. There's multiple different, where is it right here? There's multiple different images that you can choose here. You can choose if you want it scaled or cropped or centered, all that good stuff. You can have like color around it if you had it like scaled or centered in the center of your desktop. In the actual, I guess, start menu, I don't know what you want to call this, the applications menu, you have, your standard KDE web browser, Conqueror, Contact. A lot of the KDE programs have a K prefix, so that's how you're really able to tell if it's a KDE program. But it seems like a lot of them have like, special icons. Like, so for example, Conqueror here, which is a standard KDE web browser, has a like a little Hannah Montana. Like they literally just took like, this is the standard Conqueror icon. They just kind of made this gear here pink and put the logo right in the like in the orb there. So again, very, very interesting. We've got another logo down here, and you can Google search if you want to. I don't believe this is going to be hooked up to the internet. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. So we can search for Google. We can search for Hannah Montana if we want to, and view information about the show. We can go to About Conquer here and actually take a look at. So again, you can see that this is the modified logo here. Honestly, it's not like, I mean, I was kind of expecting it to just be kind of like hastily done, but it's definitely like they've definitely put some time into it. In the sense that like modifying all these icons, I mean this one here, like it might be a very simple modification that they did, but it definitely took some time, to actually do. It's not like they just put like some standard icon and just like made it pink. They literally took every application icon and slightly modified it. So same here for Dolphin here. We can go to About Dolphin, and so it's showing this as the icon, but I assume that this obviously isn't the standard Dolphin icon. All the programs that you have, I mean, you have, like I was saying, most of your standard KDE programs. You've got a BitTorrent client, KTorrent. You've got an instant messaging program, an IRC client, a mail client. It looks like the mail client icon is the standard one. You have a screen capture program, an image viewer. You have K Organizer, Contact, and K Address Books. You don't have an actual Office suite in here, but you have some Office related programs. It also looks like you have a dashboard. Like this is the Plasma dashboard. I guess that's what this program up here is called. You do have multiple monitors. That is definitely a very nice feature. So we can like go to monitor number 2 here, or monitor number 1 where I have this window opened up. And in your like system tray right here, you have Clipper, which is a clipboard tool. You have your audio, slider right here to actually change your audio volume. You can choose to update to Kubuntu 12.04.5 LTS, which is not the latest version, but honestly, you could literally like open up terminal here, and we can run a sudo apt-get update and download all of the most recent packages from the Ubuntu servers, and you could literally like run a distribution upgrade and upgrade this to the latest version of Kubuntu. And I wonder if it would actually keep the theme, if it would keep everything intact, but yeah, that's just kind of interesting. I mean, this whole thing is just super bizarre. I mean, it's such a niche, like, usage scenario, because I don't know of anybody who actually uses this. But overall, I mean, there you have it, guys. That is a very brief look at a very bizarre distribution of Linux called Hannah Montana Linux. But before we head out of here, I want to give a huge thank you to PDF Element for sponsoring today's video. PDF Element is a software tool that allows you to easily create, edit, and annotate PDF files. You can highlight or underline text to make it stand out to the reader, and easily fix typos, like this one from the official YouTube playbook published by Google. It also supports e-signing, allowing you to securely affix your signature to documents. In addition to that, they've got a plethora of document templates available, and the Pro version enables you to perform optical character recognition on scanned documents, allowing you to search for and edit text with ease. They've got a desktop version available for Windows and Mac, as well as a free mobile app for Android and iOS. Check out the link in the video description for more information. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more like it, definitely be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to get subscribed down below and turn on those channel notifications if you haven't already to get notified whenever that I upload a new video, which I do every single week on this channel. And if you guys have any video suggestions or any really bizarre pieces of software or operating systems that you possibly want to have showcased on this channel, be sure to leave those down below, as I always enjoy reading what you guys have to say. And as always, I just want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.